Welcome once again to Spotlight Indian River. Yes, I'm Freddie Woolfork, your host, and I just wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you for your continued viewing and comments, and I must say positive comments, and that's what it's all about, presenting items that are of positive nature, not negative. We have some great things happening here in Indian River County. It's sort of remind me how young people have a tendency to label certain instances in their lives. And at one point, I saw T-shirts around town wherein individuals wore these T-shirts which had, say, "I'm so Gifford." As well, this morning I'm going to be "I'm so Indian River County." And because Indian River County should be praised for some of the great things that are happening and not just concentrating on a few things of negativeness that are happening in that same vein. What I'm saying is basically, it's more emphasis placed, in my opinion, on negative things happening in our county, more so on the positive. So as this show was designed, was to show and give you, the viewing audience, an opportunity to learn of some new things that you may or may not know of. I'm going to just look at this "I'm so Indian River County," but I'm going to be highlighting some things that are happening under the skies of Black History Month. And I know some people feel that Black History Month shouldn't be highlighted and that it should be a part of any other history. They're correct. But I believe that every nationality has a right to talk about some of the great accomplishment that their past forefathers have made, to also look at their children of today and give them some legacy material to feast upon, to know that they're not just takers of things that happen or come their way, but they're also givers. I had an opportunity not long ago, a week or two ago, to go out to Indian River Estate. And when I went to Indian River Estate, out on State Road 60, I had the opportunity to stand in front of a large group of mature citizens. Notice I said mature citizens because that's just what they are. And they had me out there to speak on Black history. And my first words out of my mouth kind of centered around letting them know that Black history is really American history. Japanese history, Japanese American is a part of American history. Hispanic Americans, Hispanic history is a part of American history. What I'm saying that any nationality makes up this great, great country that we live in, and that's the United States of America, when we all should highlight our culture, our activities that we do traditionally. All that is good. That makes us strong. And it's like a quilt. A quilt is not always made out of just one color or one fabric, but it's knitted together in such a way that it has strength. Strength from the blue, the red, the stripes, the polka dots, and different fabric makeup. So it's very important that we don't lose that analogy, that particular example, to show us how we are knitted together as different cultures. And this month, February, is marked Black History Month, and I want to just take a break and just give you an opportunity to think about it. How strong can these fabrics be? They can be as strong as we want them to be by respecting each other, by caring for each other's culture, by listening to the different things that each culture has to offer. And once we listen to those cultural activities and tradition, we'll find out that we are not that much different at all. We're going to take a station break and come back and talk more on this "I'm so Indian River County," and I just happen to live in Gifford, so I'm so Gifford also. So stay tuned. We're going to come back and talk more about the diversities, but also about the strengths.
The fun is happening at Vero Social Club on North US 1, where friends meet for bingo every Tuesday and Thursday. Doors open at 10, with luncheon served, and the games begin at noon. Then Vero Social Club opens up the dance floor Thursday nights for social dancing. And weekends, Vero Social Club heats up. Check the website for Latin night special events. And each Sunday, dance to hip-hop all night long. Go to VeroSocialClub.com. Vero's #1 party destination. Vero Social Club, 7500 North US 1. One-of-a-kind videos, unique perspectives, original programming, only on Buzz TV Network. Spread the word and tell a friend.
Welcome back once again. We are talking about Black history. We're talking about diversity. We're talking about this quilt analogy of how we all knit it together. As I was saying earlier, that we were out at Indian River Estate, and I sat before this mature audience, and I said to myself before I got there, what would be a topic that would really give them some insight on other cultures, and this particular culture would be African American. I, number one, started out with the first comment is that Black history is American history. And I showed how each one of us brings so much to the table through our inventions, through our ideas, through our various likes, and even through some of our dislikes. But then when it all boils down, we find out the amount of differences that we are really minimal, and the major differences that we should be emphasizing should be brought forth. I talked about how Indian River County has a distinct opportunity to really capture the true essence of showing diversity as a strength and not as a weakness. And many times people look at diversity because a person don't eat the same food that you eat, a person don't worship in churches as you do, people don't like certain colors as you do. So what? That makes us strong, because we know exactly from that point what that person likes and dislikes are, which should bring us to the point to understand that everybody don't like the same thing. That would make our country, the United States of America, so strong. So here, as we talk about this diversity, I just want to shed some light on why it's important. I noticed nationalities, how they have a date, and that date is ingrained in their mind, and they're determined to make sure that their legacy goes on. How do they make sure that legacy go on? By passing it on to the next generation, making sure that that younger generation hear, learn, read, see, act, experience all the pain or the joys that once encumbered that particular nationality. So it's very important that we pass that legacy on. I look at the Jewish population. I'm very happy to see how, even though something so traumatic as the Holocaust, even something so devastating as human lives being lost, they still have the ability and the wherewithal to pass on that to the next generation, so that travesty and that terrible tragedy would never happen again. And we too, as different nationalities besides the Jewish people, we have a charge too to pass down to our younger generation how important it is to know that there are so many things that you can offer. And don't be afraid. Don't let your skin color, don't let your religion, don't let your creed, don't let any of those things deter you from giving and being the best that you can be. So it's very important that we pass that legacy on from generation to generation. I want to see that young child understand that no, it hasn't always been easy, especially for African Americans here in our country. But don't jeopardize the opportunity that you have right now to harness that energy instead of having bitterness and hatred and prejudice and all those things that will cause us to divide even more. Don't allow those things to separate us, but instead realize, yes, those things happen, but I'm going to do all I can and be one that's going to make sure that we have unity and not division. So it's very important that that legacy go forth. And we want to talk more about ways that we can pass on that legacy and how we can keep the tradition moving forward. We're going to take a break and come right back after these messages. Stay tuned.
Stop by Patty's Printing and Graphics in downtown Vero Beach. Owner Patty Callahan prints it all, from color and black and white copies to blueprints, banners, signs, prints of paintings, and fine art. Patty makes restorations and creates outstanding graphic designs. Call Patty at 770-1521 or stop by Patty's Printing and Graphics at 2345 14th Avenue. Stop by for all of your printing needs at Patty's Printing and Graphics, across from the old railroad station in downtown Vero Beach.
Attention! This is an important message for anyone who had an IVC filter placed to prevent blood clots from traveling to their heart or lungs. Did your IVC filter move, break, or cause organ damage? The FDA warns that IVC filters may cause serious complications, such as heart or lung damage, internal bleeding, or even death. Call Jacoby and Myers today. You may be entitled to compensation. You won't pay a thing unless your case is settled.
Please call 800-378-0160.
I'm so Gifford. I'm so Indian River. If you stay in Vero Beach, you're so Vero Beach. In Wabassa, I'm so Wabasso. Fellsmere, I'm so Fellsmere. Oslo, I'm so Oslo. Indian River Shores, I'm so Indian River Shores. Orchid, I'm so Orchid. If I miss one, I'm so Sebastian. All segments of Indian River County should have that I'm so as a prefix in front of any statement they make. You should be proud of where you live. You should be proud of who you are. You should be proud of the nationality that you are, simply because I'm so. And right now we are talking about I'm so Gifford, I'm so Indian River County, because Black History Month is a time to wave that banner. They say I'm so African American, to I want to make sure that I, as an African American, give all I can as a person, as a race, as people. And all our pieces coming together. And right now, this month of February has been set aside as Black History Month. It's an opportunity for us to begin to highlight some of the accomplishments, highlight some of the things that you're working on right today to make our community and our country better. And also look in the future. Look in the future, how can I start planning now that something may take 5 years or 10 years to accomplish? Still, you have that desire to see it through. And we must turn that burning desire over to our young people. Many times we've kind of took a different route in how we passed on the legacy in our race. In the past, when I was coming up, we didn't have a choice. It wasn't an option. You didn't have an option to do this or that. No, there was a direction given by your foreparents, your mother and father, or your foreparents, to make sure that you knew that this is the direction you should go. You should go and prepare yourself for the future through higher education, through college, through getting a good career. And this Black History program that we are planning now here at the Gifford Youth Achievement for the Indian River County area, not just for African Americans, for other people to come and learn about the many, many similarities we have as a people, whether you're Black, white, or Hispanic, or Asian American. We have some great attributes that we can learn from each other. And this Black History program is going to be a fantastic time. It's coming up February 20th. So February 20th, 2016, mark your calendar at 2 o'clock in the afternoon when everything is calmed down. Come on out to the Gifford Youth Achievement Center, which is located 4875 43rd Avenue here in Gifford, Florida. Come on out and see this fantastic presentation. We're going to have music. We're going to have opportunities of songs that were sung from the past, as well as songs that are sung in the present. Have a speaker who's going to really elaborate on the many changes that we've come through, the advances that we have made, but also the vision of what we plan to accomplish in the future. Very, very important that our children hear that the African American people were also contributors to make this great country what it is today. Many times individuals don't understand that the old adage is so true. It talks about he who knows little of his past does little in his future. Let you know you have done great things in the past, and we plan and will and shall do greater things in the future. Going to take another break. I'm getting excited about this great opportunity to share how we as a country are one. Stay tuned. Be right back.
If you or someone you love is suffering from addiction to drugs or alcohol, National Rehab Recovery has an important message for you. Each year, we lose hundreds of thousands of our family members and loved ones to drug and alcohol-induced causes. If you have insurance or the ability to pay for 30 days of treatment, National Rehab Recovery can change your life. Medicare and Medicaid are not accepted at this time. The call and confidential consultation is free.
1-800-577-5446.
The Furniture Man is a locally owned business that has served the needs of the community of Vero Beach and Indian River County for over 30 years. Here at the Furniture Man, we offer fine pieces to furnish each and every room of your home. Specializing in Floridian style, come browse our selection of bedroom, dining room, patio, and living room. Come explore over 10,000 square feet of showroom where you can find mattresses, recliners, sofas, dining, and more. Visit us at 673 US 1 in Vero Beach, Monday through Saturday for all of your furniture needs.
Welcome back to Spotlight in the River. And as I said earlier, the young people talk about, I'm so gifted. I'm so in the river. But I'm so happy also to be able to share this great, great news about how the strength of America is being strengthened through what? Cultural and legacy pass downs. Well, what do you mean by that, legacy pass downs? It's making sure that individuals know, I know where I'm going, I know where I've been, but I also know where I am right now. Those are three important ingredients that we must maintain and make sure that they are stabilized in the mind of all individuals. I'm so happy to see also that the celebration of Black History Month, which I said would take place on the 20th of February this month, please come out, because at that particular episode, at that particular event, we're going to be able to show in a snapshot view even some artifacts that were used in the old days. I was asking my grandkids, I said, do you know what this is here? And they said, no. I said, this is a VHS cartridge. This is what I used to play in my 1975 car that had a VHS little gadget inside. And they said, I never saw that before, because times have changed. I asked another young lady, I said, what do you think this is? It looks similar to this pad here, but it's a little bigger. It's called a rub board. And I asked them, do you know what a rub board is? They said, no, what's a rub board? Well, that's before washing machines and automation took place. It was an opportunity for a person to wash their clothes. They'll take that board and put it inside of a big tub, have the detergent and water, and they take it and they rub up and down on that fabric, on that board, to make sure it comes clean. So many things that we are enjoying today with automation, young people don't know about. But it's very important that we as adults do share with them that it hasn't always been go to the microwave and put in a dinner, a microwave dinner, put in a bag of popcorn. I remember the time with a bag of popcorn. In order to get those popcorns popped, you need a pot, you need some grease or some butter or oil to put it in, wait for it, put a lid on top, because if you don't put a lid on top, what happens to the popcorn? They pop all over the floor. But here they have a bag already prepared with the popcorn, with the oil, with the butter, and all still in the bag. Put it inside of a microwave oven, and what happens? In a matter of seconds, a minute, you have a nice bag of hot popcorn. So something so simple may seem like nothing to the young people, but to us, we knew the pathway we have to travel in order to get there. The next part of this whole nurturing process, it starts with the Black History Month. It starts with the Black History program, but we want to begin offering something of a contribution from the black race, from the African American race, that happens every single day. That we mentioned that it happened on this date, this happened through this individual, so we will be able to what? Share with individuals how important it is to pass on the legacy of what happened right beneath your eyes. As they say, right beneath your nose. They are great things, but we must highlight them in order that the generations before and after will always see that, wow, I actually see where the people of my nationality gave to this United States and its greatness. Very important. So we're going to continue to share these things through the Black History Month, through the 365-day nurturing process. But also I'm going to talk to something when I come back. I'm going to talk about how we can have a place, a location, where we can actually show through a museum how important it is to pass on the legacy about the great things happening here in Indian River County. We're going to take another break and come back and talk more about this great nurturing process. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
For more than 30 years, Bay Street Pharmacy has been your neighborhood pharmacy and one-stop healthcare center, offering prompt personal service, home delivery, and a dedicated staff that treats our customers like family with care and compassion. Bay Street Pharmacy, where caring people care for you.
One-of-a-kind videos, unique perspectives, original programming, only on Buzz TV Network. Spread the word and tell a friend.
Welcome back once again to Spotlight in the River. I tell you, since station break, I increased the size of our audience. I have now with me Ms. Julianne Price. Welcome, Julianne.
Thank you.
And Detective Teddy Floyd, one of my regulars.
Hey, here.
Well, glad to have you. And it's a great segue in what we were talking about. We were talking about I'm so Gifford, I'm so Vero Beach, I'm so Wabasso. And to me, when you say those various segments of the county, you're really saying that I'm so Indian River County.
That's it.
Because all of those parts and pieces come together as that quilt I talked about in earlier segments. And that's exactly what it's all about. It has nothing to do with race, color, creed, religion, none of that. You know, that's good in its own place. But when you're talking about unity and a unified effort, it takes everybody. It's similar to the United States Armed Forces. When they go into war, do just the Army go? Who goes?
Everybody.
Everybody. Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard, Marine, everybody. And Teddy, I'm sure, and Julianne, both of y'all, you know the importance of what? Collaboration and working together. Is that a strength?
Yes.
Yes, and all that fabric, all those squares sewed together to make that whole quilt.
Yep.
That's what it takes. As we all need to be stitched together, and you know, all the different squares all together in that one quilt.
Never have I heard the red piece of cloth say, I don't want to be next to the yellow piece. I never had the yellow piece. I don't want to be next to the green piece. But they all, come together, and that night, when you go in that cold night outside and you put that nice quilt over you, it's warm.
Yes.
And that's what we are trying to do here from the law enforcement, from the Florida Health Department, from the Gifford Youth Achievement Center, and other entities. There's so many of us, and I'm just naming a few because we're here today, but there's so many things that you're doing, Julianne, even though you have the Health Department, Florida Health Department, every dream has a price, but you're still working along with the NAACP, you're working with the Gifford Youth Achievement Center, you're working in all different aspects. You talked about a couple of things that's coming up in the very near future with NAACP.
Yes, we have a Women's Heart Health event on February 20th.
Okay.
It starts at 11 a.m. and goes to 2 p.m. that day. It's at the Gifford Community Center, and we'll have speakers on diabetes, heart health. We'll have testing like blood pressure, cholesterol, and there's food. Lunch is served and it's all free.
Healthy food.
Healthy food, yes, but healthy but tasty.
Okay,
so.
healthy but tasty. And see, that shows you also, see, there's no box that boxes in any one spot. You reach outside of the box. One gentleman told me, I wish they'd get rid of the box.
Yes, get rid of it.
We don't need the box.
We need
to be able to move over and take care of things. Teddy, from your standpoint, I know law enforcement, my hat's off to you, but also to Sheriff Lohr for allowing you the opportunity to do what you do. Tell me, how do you step outside the box?
All the time. Partnerships are the way to do it. It's the moral fabric of our community. It's the very foundation that we're built on. For law enforcement, you need somebody out there to be your eyes and ears, such as being able to look and know what is happening and keeping up with the pulse of the community. That's why the collaboration between the Gifford GYC, the health department, and all of them, because every aspect of it plays a big part of the community. So we all have a role to play in this.
I'm going to continue to talk a little bit more about it. We have another segment. We're going to be taking another station break, but I really want to just horn in and let the general public know that we don't monopolize anything. We need their help.
That's right.
We need their bodies. We need their resources. We need their time.
Yes.
Because that's another thing coming up on the horizon. We haven't done in a while, but I want to see it happen in Gifford Dock. I really want to get Gifford Dock looking pristine with all the amenities that any other park has, and get that pride up to another level. I'm not saying the pride is not there, but get it to another level so that people know that we are concerned about the ecology, we are concerned about making sure pollution is not in that area. But we're going to take a break. We're going to talk more about some other aspects of how I'm so Indian River County is important. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages.
Attention! This is an important message for anyone who had an IVC filter placed to prevent blood clots from traveling to their heart or lungs. Did your IVC filter move, break, or cause organ damage? The FDA warns that IVC filters may cause serious complications, such as heart or lung damage, internal bleeding, or even death. Call Jacoby and Myers today. You may be entitled to compensation. You won't pay a thing unless your case is settled.
Please call 800-378-0160.
During the course of the past 100 years, advancements in technology have dramatically changed forever the manner in which people worldwide interact and now connect and communicate with one another. Welcome, Buzz TV.
Welcome back. It's just amazing how so much is happening in February. We talked about the Black History Program, but we haven't talked about another important endeavor, and that's the ribbon cutting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
Martin Luther King Jr. Park.
Yes.
We have taken it from a cemetery
Yep.
to a park with a walking trail, playground equipment, benches, a water fountain, and Freddie, a lot of that was your vision.
Yes,
Well,
it was.
it's a group effort. I just happen to be the spokesperson.
Well, you had the vision, and then we brought people together to make it happen with grants, the county, our county historian. There'll be a designated historical marker now for
Yes.
Gifford.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
That's beautiful. See, passing down that legacy, that's what I'm talking about. I spoke before you came on, he who knows little of his past does little in his future.
Yeah.
And I repeated that because now they'll be able to see in the past, this is what it was, this is what it became, and here's what we're going to do to make sure it goes on into the future. That's very, very, very important. So another thing happening in February, Mr. Teddy Floyd, tell me about this Pioneer Day.
That is our way from all of us in the community, honoring our elders that have gone before, who helped build it, such as the Victor Harts, the Dr. Joe Outlets, so many legacies around that have been in. So we're trying to honor somebody who's been a pioneer.
Passing that legacy.
Passing that legacy.
Yeah, see?
You know what I mean? Catherine Wilson would be a great honor. Leroy Smith,
Okay.
Joe Brown. We've got a couple people who have Purple Hearts, Marcus Sanders.
Right.
I mean, I didn't know we had these.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and Sylvester McIntosh.
Yes,
He
we
was
just celebrated that. That was
a
great.
live
Yeah.
hero. Now
Yeah.
he's a hero.
That's right.
So it's getting them the knowledge that they're not forgotten, but thanking them for the work that they've done in our community.
That is fantastic. And I want to just say to you two guys on air, for people to know that what you do is not unappreciated. It is appreciated. We appreciate what you do. Is outside of your job. It's outside of normal working hours, and it's outside of being able to be with your family. But we appreciate you. And I'm just saying openly to the general public, when you see these individuals out and about, just stop and shake their hand and say, keep up the good work you're doing. We appreciate everything that you do. And that's very, very, very important. I appreciate you. I'm glad to be in your company. You know, it's good to say, what is it, steel sharpens steel. Yeah, iron sharpens iron.
I tell you, Mr. Woolfolk, it is an honor, because when I got here, first I met you, who ran a great mentor. I always say this to anybody: a man who lives it, speaks it, and
Appreciate you.
breathes it, motivates me every day to get up and say I can do this. And then I got a best partner in the
That's
world.
right.
She don't wear a gun. She's right there. And
She got the biggest weapon in town, though.
yeah, she does.
Love.
And and it just the whole encompasses of having bosses. Miranda Hawk over at the Health Department, Bob Solari, everybody working together. So this is what it's back.
Well, good to have you on the show. We got to get you back on where we can have a little bit more time to discuss some more great things that are happening. And as I always say to you, the viewing audience, you can either be a part of the problem or you can be a part of the solution. We want you to be a part of the solution. So till next time, see someone, encourage them, lift them up, let them know that they can be anything they want to be. And I'll see you at the next show with more great spotlight information. Come and see me now. You hear? See ya.